Alright, hey Fish fam, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master. I'm here with my brother, the return of my brother. COVID numbers going down, we can all visit each other here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, and I am back for the Kaldheim metagame with Simic Merfolk, but we have to be prepared for the Tibalt Trickery Menace. We're packing the counterspells with Spell Pierce and Force Negation. I might even bring in some Chalice of the Voids just to put it on too. Send a message to Tibalt's Trickery, not welcome here. And if you want to see how the developments of Merfolk are going to be in the modern metagame, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Before we get into our deck tech, we are going to thank our sponsors, starting with themanabase.com, the content site on Modern, Commander, and podcasts, videos, articles, and more. The Manabase is your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. And Fusion Gaming Online, my favorite local game store where I buy all my paper singles. And you can support the channel and save yourself 5% off by using my discount code Nikachu at checkout. And Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. You can support the channel by using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 15% off your first 3 months using my coupon code Nikachu. And by the way, I have new patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much, everyone supporting the Nikachu Empire. I'm going to thank my patrons, new patrons, Bendon Hopgood. I'm going to thank Salvador Miranda Sanchez. And I'm going to thank Caleb Brandor. Thank you very much, everyone, for supporting the channel on Patreon. Now, there is one, so just getting into the deck really quickly, we're running Spell Pierce in the main alongside Force Negation. I think Spell Pierce is going to be fine against the Uro decks. I don't think it's going to be good against the tribal decks, but you know what? Like, some tribal is going to be coming back, like Spirits and Humans. They do very well against Tibalt's Trickery. But that being said, I still think it's going to be good against the control decks while also still being very good against the Tibalt's Trickery combo. If you don't have a good plan against that, you're just going to get wiped out. You're just going to get crushed. It's as simple as that.
88%.
88%, well, it's even higher now. Apparently, 88% with 2 Emrakuls in the deck, 91% with 3, and there's other versions and variations of that deck. But so anyway, we have to be ready. Force Negation is just not good enough because if your opponent is playing with Simian Spirit Guide, they can combo off early on your turn. They can also just cast Violent Outburst on your turn, and Force Negation just won't be useful. Now we're going to be playing with Master of Waves. Why Master of Waves over Copter or Mara Regery? Because Burn is back. Burn is back, baby. There's burn everywhere. They're trying to burn me down. And Prowess is still pretty prevalent. And the card that I want more than any other card is Master of Waves in those matchups. So Master of Waves is going to be taking up some slots in the main deck, taking up slots in the sideboard. And even though it's a Simic deck, it's still going to do very well, in my opinion. We are going to play with one new spicy card, Bind the Monster. I think this is going to be the new default removal spell for all versions of Merfolk going forward. Under certain metagames, I might want Dismember over Bind the Monster, but fact of the matter is, this is a card that basically is a removal spell. You enchant the creature, it taps, you just get dealt damage once. You will take less damage from Dismember on average against the small creatures, and you may take more damage from the very big creatures, but Dismember could never deal with those creatures. This thing will deal with anything. 10/10 Death Shadow in your way, no problem. Take 10 damage, but you don't have to deal with it for the rest of the game. Bind the Monster, I think, is going to be the premier blue removal spell in the Merfolk deck going forward. And I got a few regular suspects. I got the Chalice of the Voids here. I would like more, but I need some at least for the Prowess matchups. And I want some. I didn't know what else to take out to balance everything else out. Because there's going to be games where I'm going to take out 4 Spell Pierce. I need to bring in like 4 Bind the Monster. All right, with that, let's get into our Modern League. We won the die roll. I think our hand is very good, almost against anything. I like that we have like some interaction. We have mana, we have interaction, we have Ether Vial. We won the die roll. So turn 1 Vial, we'll probably just keep it on 1 for a little while we deploy our creatures off of Vial. Yeah, it's a pretty nice hand. Spell Pierce is nice when you can counter something with it. I recognize my opponent's name, but I don't remember what they're on. They might be one of those players that plays anything.
Not right now. All meta games filtered towards one deck, I'm sure.
Well, I think I have to change my deck list. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Hand looks pretty good against an Uro deck. With that many Ixalan cards, when the Ixalan Spell Pierce be more suiting, maybe. I prefer this one. This is my favorite Spell Pierce art. It's still a Merfolk in the image.
Yeah, I guess so.
Still a Merfolk. I didn't know if it was a tree folk or not, but we looked up like I think Noyan Dar, Tazim Lolmage. Yeah, but look at the character.
Oh, they're done.
My opponent just conceded immediately. That's
the power of Aether Vial.
I guess. Okay, so what the fuck? Where are we up against here? Should I just run it back? If it's an Uro deck, who would just scoop to Aether Vial? Who would just scoop to Aether Vial? It has to be counterspells. It has to be counterspells. Our opponent didn't even mulligan. What the hell? No, our opponent didn't do shit. Or maybe they accidentally kept a 7-card hand that didn't work. Okay, so I'm under the impression... Well, I'm just going to... Forget this. Well, let's not even guess. I'm just going to look up my opponent. SACG88. Well, but for MTG Goldfish. Are you on that trickery nonsense? What kind of player are you? White, red, green. Oh, Ponza. Okay, so this is... It's actually likely our opponent's on Ponza. Willing to bring in Master of Waves against Ponza. I'm willing to take out some Spell Pierces. No, actually. Okay, hold on. I'm willing to take out Kamena Speaker. Let's bring in some Bind the Monster. I can keep, I guess, the Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce. Like, it's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Bind the Monster will be for, like, Arbor Elf. I'm not running that many copies of Spreading Seas. Spreading Seas would be better in this matchup. Now, I'm taking out the Kamena Speaker, because if they play Blood Moon... Well, hold on. This is, like, Stoneforge Mystic? Ponza?
Maybe. He's probably playing the...
Yeah, it's Stoneforge Mystic Ponza.
He's playing the combo.
If they're playing the combo, then whatever. They're playing the combo. I'll keep this. I think this is relatively good against Ponza.
I mean, if you aren't playing that combo right now, you're a fool. I mean, you can start trading tickets back for real cash at 1,000.
No, you can do it at under that. Just sell it online.
That was the best time to be grinding for ticks.
It's
90%.
I mean, there's a possibility. Okay, so like, why would they resign? There's a possibility they had a handful of Blood Moons. What is this? I've been duked.
You can do it. It'll set them way back.
So what the hell? Are you humans or... Well, I'm definitely going to cast this because it's not going to have any targets. Mistbinder is the hardest thing to cast in my hand, technically. But it's also the highest impact card I have in my hand.
Better resign. They cast Vile.
And that they're going to take a lot of damage off of that, too.
That's a lot of damage.
I certainly wasn't expecting this. So what is it? Humans or spirits? I didn't sideboard too bad. Like, the Spell Pierces are not good.
I'll go for it.
Another one? Okay, whatever.
He's behind.
Well, we haven't done anything. Master of Waves will be good. Okay, we are still curving into Master of Waves. I don't know. They might have had, like, a really slow hand. And, of course, I'm Nikachu, so...
No, I'm Spartacus.
So everyone knows what I'm going to be playing. Okay, so we have a pretty good curve. We can Trickster something into Master of Waves. Sure.
Boo.
Whatever. Whatever. It's the only thing I'm afraid of right now is Reflector Mage. Oh, wow. We got the new techie card. And I might actually Spreading Seas this. And it's still Devotion. Yeah, I'm going to take damage, but I'm going to take it once.
Sweet that it's a 1
So
blue.
we don't have to deal with that thing again. Let's take off their card, because they're running out of cards.
It's a good thing they made this new card 1 blue.
Yes. Even I was really sideboarding into the blind here. Okay, they have 2 cards left. We have like 1,000,000 cards left. What is that? Oh, General Kudrow. It's like, what is a blue and black?
Oh, diabetes.
Yeah, diabetes.
Wilfred Brimley died.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's gone.
He's here right now. Okay, let's just go Master of Waves into Master of Waves. Our devotion is pretty high right now.
Yeah, even with only 1 creature on the board.
We just have to avoid a Reflector Mage, and the second Master of Waves will be lights out. Unless we see Skyclave Apparition or something.
That'll just be another...
Ugh, it's Reflector Mage. That sucks. Well, whatever. Master Waves will be back. And better than ever. I can slow the game down with Trickster a bit.
You'll have even more devotion.
I'll have even more devotion. I can block these son of a bitches too.
Son of a bitches.
They do know about the Trickster. I'll just pass. They don't have good attacks. Like, I can double block this thing with Mutavaults and Tricksters and also shrink the Reflector Mage. Mystic Reflection might... Well, not really. They can bounce my... If they have another Reflector Mage available, they can bounce the Master of Waves in response. Or Skyclave Apparition it. I'm not even going to tap anything. If they want to attack, I will go for the double blocks. Actually, I'm a bit short on mana to do exactly what I want to do. Well, if I leave you on the board, I don't want to do that. Okay, let's say you bounce one of these things with Reflector Mage.
Why don't you keep Trickster? It's got more blues.
Because this thing can only kill one of them. That's why. I would just really suck if there's another General. This is legendary. But there's only 2 General Kudrows in the deck. Well, the other option is I can block the Reflector Mage. And that would prevent Phantasmal Image being a potential card. Okay. Now that scares me a little bit. That scares me a little bit. Because that might imply that my opponent has an answer to my Master of Waves. It scares me a lot, actually. But there's nothing I can do about this. I didn't want to block with all 3 because then it's an easy 2-for-1 for them. They would kill one of the 2-drops and Silvergill Adapt. Blocking with 3 doesn't matter. I mean, unless I really want to get the creature off the battlefield. Fuck, what was your last creature? If it's Skyclave Apparition, we can come back from that. If it's not... If it's another Reflector Mage, we're in trouble.
One green.
Okay, so now they can, like, well, attacking with 1 doesn't matter.
Exalt. Ha!
Okay, that's good news.
They're in the hot seat.
Well, it's getting weaker.
Still more devotion.
Wonder if the last card is a General Kudrow. Okay, here's second Master of
3,
Waves.
2.
That's a lot of Master of Waves.
1.
Okay, now what do I do? This has 4 toughness, 4 toughness. Okay, I'll attack with Silvergill Adept and 3 elementals. Or sorry, 4 elementals. Yeah, do you hear the sound of waves? The master has arrived, and the master's brother has arrived.
Poof.
So bouncing 1 Master of Waves or even Skyclave Apparition, one of them, doesn't matter. Not even sure what our opponent can do to get out of this. Now, it's very important. This thing has an ability. Sacrifice 2 humans, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. I cannot play another Lord on the battlefield, or Master of Waves will die. Or they could pretend. Oh, that was it. That was the end of the match. I totally forgot. They already conceded the first match. They just scooped to our turn 1 Ether Vial. They were like, we can't beat that. That's not going to happen. So 1-0 so far in this league. I am scared of the humans deck. I don't think... I mean, I am playing Simic Merfolk. And I am playing Simic Merfolk with Master of Waves, so maybe I have more game. And Bind the Monster helped us. Like, hey, we would have been dead to this thing. Right? We would just got hit for 3 damage in the air every single turn. I mean, and if it was Dismember or something similar would have happened. I would have lost 3 life instead of... sorry, I would have lost 4 life instead of 4. Sorry, instead of 3. But it gave me Devotion. It did give me Devotion. It has synergy with Master of Waves, unlike Dismember, no synergy with Master of Waves. So it all worked out. It was good stuff. So everyone watching the stream, we're going to keep streaming. Everyone on the replay, that's our game for today. We're going to thank all my patrons and Twitch subscribers for supporting the channel. We're also going to thank our sponsors, themanabase.com, Fusion Gaming Online, and Mana Traders. This has been Nikachu, Merfolk Master, with his brother playing Simic Merfolk in Modern.